light to moderate precipitation continuing to move on into the metro. We'll update your forecast coming up in just a bit. Nick?
Thanks, Michelle. He's described as having the mind of a scientist, the heart of a journalist, and the eye of an artist. World-renowned photographer Gregory Heisler's ability to capture the emotion and purity in every single one of his pictures is unmatched. And now, a new book draws upon 35 years of richly varied photographs that have been seen by millions of people across the globe. It's called Gregory Heisler 50 Portraits. And we welcome the man who produced this picture right here. It also created a bit of controversy for Mr. Heisler. He joins us now here at Fox 4. Of course, this is Bush 41, George H.W. Bush. And this one caused you a little bit of trouble, didn't it, Gregory?
It did actually. That's actually the only unretouched picture of him that you've ever seen, as a matter of fact. Usually they retouch out the other face, but this way we were able to see both.
Yeah, no. Well, you had credentials in the White House, and then all of a sudden you didn't.
They were gone. They were gone. I went back to photograph them several months later, and it was taken away.
Wow. You know, this kind of, it just leads me to the question here is that, you know, your subjects have to have a lot of trust in you. Or you have to try to earn their trust in some ways. Yeah. How do you earn the trust of your subjects?
I think it's sort of like being a doctor, where you actually, your manner conveys a certain confidence, and that way they kind of put themselves in your hands. And honestly, even the President of the United States, for those few minutes that he's in front of the camera, is really kind of putting himself in your hands, and he has to feel comfortable and secure.
Wow, that's interesting. We have some examples of what is in the book, some photographs, and we're going to go through a couple of them here. And I believe the subject here is Muhammad Ali. Was this taken in Kentucky, I think, where he lives?
Actually, it was up in Michigan. He lives on Al Capone's old farm.
Oh, he does? Okay.
Up in Michigan, Berrien Springs, Michigan. And it was taken in the middle of winter, and it was about 4 in the afternoon. It kind of looks like moonlight, but it was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I sort of wanted to convey the sense that he has this trauma-induced Parkinson's, and I wanted to get the sense of that kind of quiet isolation that he experiences.
Yeah, and that picture right there was not digitally manipulated, right?
In the camera, it was straight. It was lit, but it was done in camera.
Yeah, like strobes, f-stops, and shutter speeds, and all of that combined created that. Yeah. Now, this is interesting. Sort of a glow going on here. Is that a man standing in the water there?
Yeah, that's actually Robert Ballard, who's the gentleman who discovered the Titanic. And I wanted to get a sense of him being this sort of undersea adventurer. So I put these lights in the water to kind of simulate as if he was standing on one of those Alvin kind of deep-sea submersible thingies, and kind of get the sense that he was there, kind of make a dramatic dusk picture.
Interesting. Let's talk about technique as we continue to look at some of the examples here in the book. What techniques are you using for most of these pictures, or they're varied?
It varies a lot. I try to tailor each picture to the subject. It's not like I have a look that I do and everybody gets it, whether they're Mother Teresa or Newt Gingrich. Do you know what I mean? I would sort of photograph them. Or if I were shooting Bruce Springsteen for Fortune or Bruce Springsteen for Rolling Stone, those would be different pictures. So through the light, in particular through the lighting, I try to tailor each picture just specifically to that subject.
Wow. Oh, and here's Hugh Grant right here. And that leads me to this question here that I read in your book here. You have to certainly answer the inevitable question for your subjects who will ask you, so what do you want me to do in this portrait? I'm supposed to do something, right?
Yeah.
And this one here, that picture of Hugh Grant was something that was not planned or anything.
Kind of like an in-between moment.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of caught. And oftentimes pictures are very posed, or the people are mugging for the camera. And every once in a while you get an unposed little discovered moment. And when you can get that, that's a beautiful thing.
I mean, that's what you're looking for, right? I mean, that's what you're looking for is the moments. And
a little genuine piece of somebody that shows through.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Tell us about this piece right here.
This is actually a really, really, really big chair that I had made for Shaquille O'Neal. Basically, this is early in his career, and everything that was being said about him was that he's so huge, he's such a big guy. And I felt like it would be fun to actually have him look teeny-weeny. And I don't know if you remember, but Lily Tomlin used to have a character, Edith Ann, who would sit in a big chair and swing her legs and say stories. So Edith Ann popped into my mind. And I thought, wouldn't it be great to have Shaq as Edith Ann?
Interesting. I noticed that there, in the book here, you have color and black and white.
Yeah, about half and half. Yeah.
Is black and white, is that what brings emotion? Is it an emotional picture?
Yeah,
what do you think?
That's a great question. I feel like black and white is sort of the heart of photography because it simultaneously shows you reality but kind of abstracts it in a way by being in black and white. And you get more to just the emotion of the photograph, I think.
Yeah, some very,
more soulful.
Yeah, no question about it. What advice would you have to aspiring photographers? How do you take the best shot? What's your best advice?
Honestly, I got a great piece of advice that I'll pass along from a Life magazine photographer, and he said, shoot what you can't help but shoot. You know, I mean, just shoot what comes from you naturally. Don't force it. Have a great time, and your best pictures will come out of that.
Yeah. How did you get started?
I actually started out taking pictures. I was fascinated by astronomy, and I bought a camera to take pictures through my telescope. And then I got rid of the telescope to buy more lenses for the camera.
And it was a very interesting tweet that you had about 6 days ago in regards to this book, which is being sold on Amazon. And if you don't mind me sharing with the audience, it says, "Holy beep, Amazon is sold out." So it's a very popular. You must be very proud.
It's very gratifying and very exciting. It really, really is. People are enjoying it.
You're going to have an event down at the Nelson where a lot of people are going to be there to visit. Tell us what the event's going to be like.
Yep, I'll actually be talking about many of the photographs in the book, kind of the behind the scenes, a little bit of how-to, and we'll also be having some book signing after the event.
Okay, great. And what's next for you?
What's next for me is I actually might be doing an assignment for Sports Illustrated that I can't talk about right now.
You can't? Okay.
No.
Yeah, but your work has been featured in Sports Illustrated, GQ, the list goes on and on and on. So, congratulations.
Thank you
Thanks
so
a lot
much. I
for
really
your time.
appreciate it.
Great
Thanks
to
for
see
taking
you.
the
It
time.
is great to meet you, and thanks for sharing these beautiful photographs.
Totally a pleasure. Thanks
Best
for
of luck
having
to
me
you. Greg Heisler will discuss his new book and tell the stories of some of his best work in an event coming up tonight at the Nelson Atkins Museum of Art. It'll be in the Atkins Theater starting at 7 o'clock. Now, to register, you need to go to asmp.org. And Gregory, that stands for?
American Society of Media Photographers.
Got it. asmp.org to register. Go check it out. It'll be a very interesting night. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Cam, over to you.
Awesome segment, thanks. Well, if you're a huge movie buff, then you may want to